Hello! What is good, everybody? Happy Monday to you. Hope you all had a good weekend. It is gray, rainy, and super dark here. Super dark. It's almost like nighttime out there. It's so dark. It's unbelievable. How's everybody doing? Livia's here. How you doing, Liv? Happy Monday to you. Pretty chill morning here this morning. Ooh, nice. Playing some chess. Nice. I think maybe this really crummy weather this morning is just a reflection of the news. You all see that Trump is like sending troops here to stop the war? There aren't even people protesting here. Like, that's insanity. That's insanity. Alright, so today I think I'm going to be mixing music. So I need to change this, because this is just some generic thing over here. So let me just change that. Mixing music. There we go. And next stream is Wednesday. Alright. Hey, Paul. How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. I think we'll probably skip the feedback today. And we'll just focus on some mixing, maybe. We'll see. We'll see. What are you up to this week, Paul? Blippity bloopin'? I need to crack open a few different projects here. I need to do a little bit of catching up. But I was thinking that maybe... Oh, I was just about to listen to that one, but I was thinking maybe what I would start with is this guy here. Let's turn this down some more. Some nice gamelan. Oh, nice, Paul. It's good to be working through a backlog. That's a good situation to be in. I'm doing that same thing over here. I have just like a whole inbox full of stuff to mix down here. I really like this one, so I'm just going to drag all of these into my Logic here and get started, I think. So I'm going to turn off the background noise. And jump right in, I guess. So let's get space for an audio track here. Drag all these guys in. Ooh. Nice, Paul. You got a link for that? I'm always interested in checking out your new toys, you know. You do tend to get pretty fun toys. Hey, Corollas, how you doing, man? Happy Monday to you. All right, so here is the with reverb here. I'm gonna fill my ears with this really quick. Okay. Now let's just mute that and see what we mix here. This thing's pretty short. And what are the notes on this? What do we have? No notes. Here, let me just detect BPM on this really quick. It's not reading it. Why is that? Let's listen to the whole track, shall we? Oh, nice, Paul. I will click on that in just a moment here. Hey, nice. You made a real track with it, huh? All right, this is not telling me what BPM this is in. I'll worry about that later. Let's just mix the thing, shall we? I'm going to start with this gamelan. I'm just going to solo that. And where are we with loudness, by the way? I'm going to be experimenting with bringing in the limiter that I really like. Because I've noticed that... so I discovered last week, while creating intro music for the stream, that one of my favorite plugins might be at the root of some CPU issues we've been encountering on stream. Good Taste Club, welcome in. Happy Monday to you. So anyway, back to this. I've been playing around with it more, and it turns out that maybe it's not just the plugin. Maybe it's when it's active, when something else is active, and I'm thinking that it is. Hey, Empyrean, welcome in. Somehow related to modular racks in Reactor and using it simultaneously with OBS. I don't know. It's complex, but I'm going to experiment with using it here and there today and seeing if we can get away with it. Empyrean Audio, how was your stream? Happy Monday to you. We are just getting started. I just logged on. I'm going to mix down a few tracks today. And this first one I'm about to start on is kind of this gamelan theme. And it's tasty. So I'm going to start EQing it, and then we're going to take it from there. And I'm going to see if I can get away with loading this limiter here. We'll see. Right now it's okay. Okay, so there's a few things that I'm hearing here. I feel like I want an additional pad in here, and I think there's going to be something that kind of opens. Opens kind of like we made a like a beautiful spring morning kind of track. Maybe I can dig that up really quick and we can listen to it. And I made it as like a response to this this plugin that I was playing with that day on stream called Novum. We were doing a review on it. And this kind of reminds me of that vibe. So I might actually pull that up at some point. I dig this theme. This is good. This is good. I know, right? I love this plugin. And it has been causing, or has been caught up in some CPU issues. I'm hoping that I can blame those issues on something else ultimately, and that I can continue using this thing on live streams because I like it. Yeah, they do look like they would feel so satisfying in real life, right? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Good Taste Club, another Logic user. Excellent. Empyrean saying, hey, the stream was fantastic. Got the bones of a new song together. A couple of different sections to work with. That's always great. That's fantastic. And then you come in here. What a good Monday morning. Yeah, the Dawson stuff is so great. Oh, and speaking of weird and wonderful things like Dawson, we do still have, I think, another tool from Dawson to check out. And I was just sent some stuff from Blink Sonic over the weekend that we need to check out. We'll probably do a stroll down memory lane and take a look at some of the ensembles that have been built over the past several years by them. But their new like spectral FFT tool that they've just released is just bonkers. Bonkers. So we'll get into that. I think both of those we'll probably do Wednesday. But we'll see how the mixing goes today because I might end up cracking open some Dawson and then I might get completely sidetracked and down a rabbit hole or something. So we'll see. Yeah, Abyss is fantastic, right? Right? Yeah. Yeah, Novum is just super inspiring and it's fun to drop stuff into and see where you end up. All right, so I'm just going to bring down the volume here. I just wanted to hear everything in a dry state to kind of calibrate where I was with everything here. There is something that's kind of similar here. It's tickling some memory bones. Where is this? This is not that one. Where were we? This was called. Oh, I think this was in. I'm just going to find it. Oh, there we go. All right, so the part I'm thinking of is further on the song here. Okay, so this is around the moment I'm thinking of. So it's actually really just a swelling of like 4 different things. But I do kind of feel like that's got a pretty strong alignment with this moment here. So I think I might actually finish it on a swell because it has this nice succinct little downbeat. It's really an upbeat. Okay, so let's jump into this guy here. Paul, Fast Freddy Fourier and his Spectral Ladies of Love. Oh, Corolla saying, I'm going to make some music. Starts browsing all over old projects, watching YouTube 3 hours later. I'm going to make something tomorrow. There's really nothing to do on this guy. Yep, just kind of cleaning up frequencies really quick, and I'm going to hit a couple of these guys with some reverb. I'm going to go in, I think I'm going to lay down maybe just like a couple, well, like a pad and a string, or maybe a horn and a pad. I'm not quite sure yet. Okay, so this boom is just kind of out of control. I'm going to swap it. So we're going to say goodbye to that. I'm just going to grab one of mine from something else. Let's just grab one from one of our sub-boom packs. I'm going to find something pretty simple. I might just make it really quick if I don't find it. Too intent. And that's a little bit too tonal. A little too thundery. How about take a look at this other one? There we go. That's pretty good. All right, we're going to take that and we're just going to drop that right here. All right, and we're going to listen back here. Well, that's just much too large, but that's okay. We're going to filter that and we're going to drop it down a good 10 dB or so. Just going to bring this guy way back. Great. Okay, now we're just going to put a small fade there, and we are going to take just a bit off that transient. I think we still need something else there, and I'm not sure that we actually need a sub-boom here. I'm kind of questioning why it's here. But I'm going to put a suck back there first, and I'm going to see if I like it. Sometimes it's just for the simple sense of cinematics, right? No, we don't need any kind of modulation in it. We just need something really, really simple. Again, with the modulation. That one feels a little bit better. We can filter this one down very easily. Stick this one right here. Okay, so I think I can be sold on keeping this guy here. I do want to just put a little filter down a little bit more. Yeah, like that. That felt understated, didn't it? Corolla saying, my dad used to have a band, and I hang out with them all the time. I love those creative sessions when everyone was sharing ideas. It was so satisfying when they found something that sounded incredible. This kind of reminds me of that, too. Yeah, it's fun to kind of talk through stuff, while you're working on it. Get everyone involved. Yeah, okay. So that felt so much better. I even actually have recorded string swells that would go perfectly in here as well for that. Okay, let's play with these strings here. Comes up on the right. These guys should bias left here. Okay, now these guys. These are just some kind of bell sounds out of Pad Shop. Okay. I think this is just to the right. And down just a little bit. Kind of feel like there could be a nice little double bass that comes in here, warms this thing up, or maybe a cello. And then we've got this string swell that comes in here. We can get like the little pad opening up probably from like bar 11 to bar 18, 17. It's like a 6 bar. So we need a swell that spans probably 3 bars. Okay, we got this. Easy enough. Yeah, definitely feel music. Definitely feel music, for sure. Okay, I'm going to open this up just a little bit before we bring in those elements here. So to do that, we're going to use, I think, just one. Reverb here. And let's do like maybe I don't know, maybe like a medium room or something to get started. I want it open, but not too open. Okay, let's start bringing these guys in here. All right, let's bring in the rest of our music and we'll balance this. Okay, now our transition effects, I guess we can call them right here. These guys. I feel like I kind of want to keep them really dry. I also want to listen to these three elements together. Gamelan and the strings here. That lower register note from the bell track is a little... It brings a little tension, doesn't it? All right, let's give this thing a name and save it. What is this called? Snow Forest or something? Let me just check really quick. Winter Forest. All right, let's just save this. Okay. Paul, I should be mixing down tracks from our last session instead of chilling here. Yeah, come on, man. You're retired. Such a bad influence on you. Maybe there's just like a small little transition that starts this, which is easily enough done. Again, I've just got like thousands of these things, so I feel like I should just scroll through and look really quick before I craft something new, just in the interest of keeping this all moving forward. Because I'd like to mix down a few of these today on the stream if I can. Oh, that's way too long. Ghost, Haymaker, none of these, none of these, none of these. Oh, maybe. Oh, this one. No, that's a little too... It's a little too dramatic, right? I mean, I mean, maybe if I pitch that up just slightly. I was thinking something a little bit less dramatic. All right, I might just make something. Look for something for 30 seconds or just make it, right? Yeah, I feel like I want something really... That's way too fast. Something really... It's like a push. It's like an exhale, like a... Hmm. Yeah, I feel like I've already made that. Let's just... You know what? I'm going to add that right after I do the other instruments. Let's pull up a synth here. Yeah, so from about right here. So let's just grab a software track. We'll save. And let's pull up Novum from Dawson. And see what we feel like making with this thing here. Carolus, you're infected. Gotcha. I'm humming drum sounds on this. Now I want to make some ambient thingy myself. Yeah, I feel you, man. It becomes pretty addictive, right? All right, so we're going to just find something, or maybe we will just make something here. Get to the, there we go. Pass. FM pad. I think maybe just one of the ones that I've already made. Bet we can get away with it. Ooh, wait, hold on a second. Where is that? Maybe. Okay, if we take this way down, like yay. It might just be one long, slow, swelling note is all I actually need in here. I feel like we can add that pretty quickly here. Yeah, I mean, it'll be something like that, basically. Basically, just like that. Let's listen to that on its own for just a sec. That's great. Corollas is saying, I was making ambient the other day. Started with nice chords at 100 BPM. 3 hours later, it was 135 BPM garage. That's awesome. That reminds me of if you're familiar with the artist Deep Chord, he does like ambient dub stuff. Dude is notorious for like crafting this soundscape, like this slowly evolving soundscape, and will slowly hone it over the course of a few days. It's like all he listens to throughout the house, throughout the day and the night, right? Until it's just to this point where it's like it kind of slips in and out of his unconsciousness. He's not noticing anything that's like pulling him out of it in any way. So all of the like errors or edges are kind of taken away. And then in the last couple of minutes, he puts a kick in there. And then it's dub. And then that's it. That's amazing. What a process, right? You're expecting more, right? But no, it's just like, no, I'm going to add the kick, and there we go. That's it. Print. That's it. All right, I'm going to play with the attack on this just a little bit and make it a little bit longer. This thing is already quite long. Can't make it longer than 10 seconds. All right. Let's see if we can make this incomplete. Yeah, and I also noticed a little bit of clipping in there. I kind of wonder if that's going away if I turn off. It does. It goes away when I turn off the limiter. Oh, that's so disappointing. Brainworks. I will check and see if there's an update for you. Because you are a great plugin. All right, I'm going to print this string swell that we just made. We might not actually need another element after that. I think the suck back, the sub boom, and the swell are probably enough. Yeah, it kind of starts happy and then goes to a kind of a darker thingy. Is this something Christmas? I think it started as something Christmas, as Christmas inspired. But I think it has a greater like general appeal to it. So I think that keeping the suck back in, like if we were to take away the suck back and the boom, it just feels like a momentary pause in here. So the timbre doesn't change at all. The second half is exactly the same as the first half. In fact, it might even be more open and bright because of the string swells, but because of the suck back and the boom, it affects us, right? Yeah, okay, I need to get a limiter back in there. Okay, cool. I don't think we need to spend any more time on that. Let's find the end point here, and we'll get a couple of fade curves in here. I think that's just about right, actually, with the fade there. Take this, and we'll just say that, yeah, that's the end point. Give this a curve of, say, 2.5 seconds or so. And what else? What else? What else? We got these guys here. Don't need that guy in there. I'm going to put outs on those guys. And we're also going to give a little fade in on these guys. It is. It's amazing how everything can be changed by one element. But what's really interesting about this one in particular is that, like, this is happening over here on bar 8, right? And this goes, like, there's a whole second half of this thing. Our entire perception of the whole second half of this thing has been altered. But then also, like, post-mortem, 2020 hindsight, it's not quite 2020, but it makes us think differently about the beginning of the track too, right? It affects our recollection of this, like, instant nostalgia of, like, oh, back when things were great in the first half of the track, you know, before the boom, the pre-boom era, 4 seconds ago. Yeah. Yeah, this is so simple, right? I'm just looking at the dBs here. I'm just going to turn on this compression here and see when it kicks in. Okay, and I'm going to turn off that limiter, and we are going to go into our mixer, and we are going to adjust those tracks really quick. Okay, let's listen to playback here. I want to make sure we've got the right headroom here. Okay, cool. So I am going to just save that really quick. And we'll go ahead and put this out at 448. And this is Winter Forest. Oops. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Easy enough. Easy enough. That track is basically done. Shall we do another one? It's always kind of fun when we can just do another one. What do we have here in the background? I guess I don't really need to keep it. No, we'll just kick this one to the curb and open up another one. Man, I need to clean my desktop. All right, let's change this really quick. Okay. Now, let's add some tracks, shall we? Okay, so that one is basically done. Organic space. Let's see what this one is. Ooh, Playful Plucks. That seems very quiet. Crystal Cave of the Runaway Bottles. Let's do this one next. This one's got a nice kind of ambiguous thing going on. This is A minor 100 BPM. All right. Yeah, the names, right? Time to do something. They all get renamed somehow. Yeah, there's a lot going on here. All right, let's start here. This is a bassoon. Oh no. Oh, no. Corolla saying, I had one song made and then I started making versions of it. I had 12 versions and now I don't remember anything. It just says, we need somebody, 1 to 12. So I left it to rot, basically. Oh, man. Oh, that's tough. That's the kind of thing maybe you send to someone. You're just like, hey, what do you hear in this? Like, help me out here. I bet it's a good track. Otherwise, you wouldn't have made 12 versions of it, right? You're probably just trying to like think through the possibilities and the potential of the thing, and it ends up being a quagmire. Okay, we'll come back and we'll give that guy a pan position here in a bit. We're just going to clean up these frequencies the best we can, and then we're going to put it all together the best we can. This guy feels like he's leaning to the right naturally. Okay, and next. Okay, next we got these tiny little chimes. Oh man, they're so tiny in here. I'm not going to touch those. We're going to move on to the next thing, which is something from Straylight. So we got a mix of sample and granular sample manipulation. Okay, this is the Zamferica. It's kind of messy. All right, we got to start putting these things out into space. So I'm going to put this guy out to the left. Start bringing these other guys back in here. Okay, I just put this granular stuff over here on the side just a bit. But I also feel like it's a little thick, so I'm just going to put a second EQ right after it. I'm going to switch into side mode only. And I'm just going to roll off some of these lower frequencies with a shelf. So that big 300 resonant peak isn't hitting in our ears like that. Yeah, okay, so now the bass of this guy, which is a noir piano track, really comes out now. That's deep. Girl is saying the sound of the wind instruments makes me imagine someone sitting on the old farmhouse porch quietly longing for someone as they play. But the rest of it's more like an interstellar type piece. Yeah, it really is. There's this kind, you're right, there's this grounding force to it, but it's very open and exploratory and like full of awe and wonder. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Corolla's saying, I love how different people preserve things differently and how that can create completely different emotions sometimes. Yeah, 100%. Absolutely. It is the magic of music. Yeah, because we could easily just, instead of like filtering down there, we could go in and kind of heat it up with some saturation instead, and it would be very different. It'd be a totally different piece. Yeah. Yeah. I love it. Okay, so now this marimba. And this guy's busy, and he gets more busy. And there's a lot of room in it, too, which all of these things are a little bit problematic, I feel. But if we take this and we put it like maybe kind of isolated left, I'm not sure how much of those lowest notes we actually need to hear from it with all the other stuff happening in that moment. Now, is that too far over to the left? Maybe. All right, let's just bring that down like maybe 5 dB in there, and we'll give it just a tiny little bit more accent around 1K. Drummer boy saying, throw a deep saturated synth drone underneath, and suddenly you're in the cyberpunk future. Yeah, sitting on top of a garden overlooking a neon skyline. Yeah, I was just thinking I would love to hear something kind of throaty in here, just kind of open up partway through this. I think it'd be really neat. That's the nice thing, though, about putting stuff that is like this. It's fairly malleable, right? That, like, one of the reasons why it's better, in my opinion, to work with the kind of ambient bed realm of cinematic music is because you can create so many different versions of one moment, or I tend to think of these as like characters or moments, right? We are either bringing this moment to life by uh, informing more about the character, right? And each character kind of has a theme associated with it, loosely or more directly. And then there's also just the mood, atmosphere, moment, like what exactly is happening. And I think that in the world of cinema and television, especially, where you have these kind of like serial episodic kind of revisitations of these recurrences again and again over long periods of time, you can take those same instruments and phrases even and tune them and treat them differently, and they have profound effects on the audience, right? And they really inform what is happening. And we hear something enough times that when it is delivered detuned or in a darker way, man, our hackles go up. Like we are immediately aware that something is afoot, right? So I think that, yeah, there's uh like so much is through intention, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Yeah, like these marimbas, I just took this down 10 dB and I pushed it off to the left like a good 30 steps or so. So it's like, just get out of here. But at the same time, it's bringing so much to the table, you can't get rid of it, right? But then that also gives us the option, if we want to play with that a little bit. We could automate that up towards center just a little bit, right? Which brings a little bit more focus to it. Um, we're not going to do that in this one. We're going to keep it incredibly, incredibly supportive because it's going to be more aligned with more people's needs. So, okay, so now that we've got pan position and EQ, I'm going to play more with some volume, and then we're going to get some effects in here. Okay, so this guy is actually just a little bit lacking in the mix. So I need to go in here. And we're going to take everybody else in this thing down just a little bit, just to help my cause here, because I don't want to turn that guy up right now. It's just going to lead to more issues. So we're just going to bring everything else in tandem down really quick just to get this started. It's a little better. Okay, now I want to address this stray light here. Eva, welcome in. Happy Monday to you. So this guy right here, I'm going to reverberate the heck out of this guy. We can do this a couple of different ways. I think I might just go easy. We're just going to open this thing up in a kind of like an airy, diffused, kind of bright space. Cut the lows out. We're going to get a pre-delay that's fairly open. This is 100 BPM. Going to add a little bit of feedback to this. Okay, let's see what this sounds like in context to have that much air behind everything. Yeah, something kind of bumps me about the stray light track. I think it's out of key. Here, I'm just going to take this whole thing, and we're just going to transpose this up a couple of steps. That feels... Does that feel better? I think that feels better. It's a little lighter. Okay, this whole balance feels a little bit better. So I'm going to just do a quick little top down. Oh, and we should save this. So this is called, originally, this is called Time to Do Something. And that was in which folder? That was in the... We'll just call it Time to Do Something. I'm going to put it here. Okay, so just very, very gentle, kind of top-down EQ, just to get us a little lift here. Gonna get a small amount of compression on here. And let's go VCA on this guy. Okay, and we don't need any gain added back or anything like that. It's just to help us gel that. I know it's super unexciting, but now we can actually start to make this thing sound a little bit more like its own thing here. Hey, WB! What in the medieval castle have I stumbled upon? Right? Yeah, this is definitely like a period piece here, isn't it? Okay, this piano needs to come up. All right, let's get a shared reverb going on this guy. And let's do, let's keep it reasonable, maybe like a mid-sized room. Let's see what we think about this. Let's bring in just one sound at a time for right now. Make sure we like the reverb. Gonna give this thing a big enough pre-delay here, by about a 12 millisecond. All right, we're gonna start bringing in some more sounds here. All right, let's get the Zamfirica in here. Okay, now let's bring the whole mix in, and we'll bring that reverb up. Oh, I'm hearing some kind of low-end knocking here. Where is that? That's in our piano track. Yeah. It's a little distracting. We're really just using this piano track for the sub bass, really. So we're just going to take down those plosives around 350 and call it good, I think. Hey, W&B, this is great news! Congratulations! Just reading what you've written in the chat here. Oh man, just got a reply from a label and they're down with whatever it seems like. Might not be self-releasing my next child after all. Fantastic, dude. Big ups. Big ups. And it also appears that we're kind of within our target headroom range here as well. Okay, and we're going to save there again. And this was A. We're in A minor, huh? Okay. One. Okay, so would it be too much to bring that down is the question. Let's just try it really quick. This guy to here. We're just going to bring this guy down 3 steps. I think it's pretty all right. So I kind of tempted to bring it into a sampler instead. I think what we're going to do is we're going to add 2 elements actually to this guy. First this, we're going to add an EQ here. I'm just going to take away that resonant peak down there. We just don't need it. But I do think that the kind of throaty thing is kind of nice for us. So we're just going to push this over to the side a bit. Okay. I think it's, I mean, it's okay. We're going to, let's see here. This is, I don't even want flex mode on. Next, we got, a low. We need a low register. These little fanfare horns. Yeah, because they just feel like they really fit, right? Yes, they do. Right at home. Okay, so we'll bring that up. Right around in here. Okay, we're just going to give this guy a little fade. Say a 2-second fade for now. Okay. I think it feels pretty nice. Okay, so you can have something that's kind of relevatory coming in partway through. Open this guy up a bit. And just kind of leaving us with a sense of awe. End of this thing. All right, let's see how that sits with these other two drones in here. Oh, that feels pretty nice together. So much better than just dropping in one pad. Okay, and we are still fully within our headroom range too, which is great. Fantastic. Okay, so we will get our landing here. Let's say we're gonna cut that off by ish, something right around in there, and we will then this guy a little fade. Go right there. All right, we're going to call that good. We're going to give each guy here an out. Okay, and we'll give this guy an out. Make sure those feel good. All right, that's fine. Give this guy a fade in. Okay. I think we are there. I'm going to go ahead and save, and we're going to put a little something on the out on this just to see what it sounds like when we open it up a bit at a higher volume. Wait, it's too bad that this, where is it, this one? Yeah, this guy. He's got all sorts of little plosives running through this thing. Let's see what we can do about that. Maybe it's a matter of leaning more into it. No, it's not. No, it's utterly distracting. It's super distracting. Super distracting. Well, we might just have to replace the bass track on this and not use a piano. Liv, the distortion thing is happening? Oh, are you kidding me? It's like at the same time even. Oh, are you kidding? Oh, wait, let me turn off the... Is it still happening? I just turned off that limiter. I want to get to the bottom of this. Shame on me for using the limiter if it was the limiter. Did it stop? Oh man, that's so frustrating. Huh. It's still happening right now? I wish there was a way to get real-time feedback on the sound. No, it's not. Silence. Okay, so now if I play this again, is that distortion gone? It only happens when the song plays. Is it happening right now? It's still... Okay, so it's not the limiter. Let me just try something here. Oh, no, it's definitely not that. So weird. Okay, MIDI, this is all 48. Okay. Gosh, that is just the weirdest thing. And there's 0 dropped frames. There's no, it's not a connectivity issue. I don't have any of the same plugins running today that I have on the other streams when it's happened. And yet it's happening, it seems like, around the same time. Oh, this is such a weird mystery. Desktop. And you know what? We're going to solve this, and then I'm going to switch over to the other computer here in a couple of days, because I think I'm finally ready to move over to this other computer for live streams anyway. But still, this is just bonkers. Why and how it happens. Yeah, very weird, right? We're not dealing with Wi-Fi, and I don't have any devices plugged in that can have a different sample rate. There are only EQs, a compressor, a reverb, and a limiter active, which I have turned off. Yeah, that's just so wild. Corolla's saying, yeah, I could not resist. I just cleaned my old ambient track, done a reset on every channel and instrument, going to start mixing and making something new from it tonight. Nice, dude. Yeah, that's awesome. That's great. That is fantastic. Okay, so, that is so weird. And, did you change the main board previously? No, nothing has changed. I have made 0 adjustments. So there's been no change to the audio all stream. And it just started. Now, previously when this has occurred, what's happened is it seems like it spikes and then it slowly dissipates over time, like a long decay. So I'm going to hit play and see if it's still there. You guys tell me if you're still getting the weird distortion. Was that weird ring mod distortion still there? Corolla's saying, man, music is like drugs. You watch someone doing it, and you want to do it too. It's clean now. Okay. So here's the thing. Here's the thing that I have observed. I am beginning to think that it might be entirely Twitch, because it follows the same pattern. It spikes, something happens, some sort of signal is introduced, and then that signal slowly decays over time. I have no idea what it is. I have absolutely no flippin' clue what it is. Very, very unsure. Now, all I know for sure that someone else a couple of weeks ago was complaining about a very similar thing happening to their stream. I hope I'm not chasing my tail, trying to figure out what I'm doing wrong on this end, because I have changed absolutely nothing as far as I know, that could be causing this. Yeah, it could be OBS. That distortion is very harsh, though. I get that on my Focusrite sometimes. Yeah, so there is no um, interface that this is running through currently, that the stream is running through. And to me, what it sounds like when I've listened back to it, because I've played it back both on Twitch and on YouTube to listen to it, and it sounds to me like it's a sample rate issue. Like there's a conflict between playback devices. Um, and yet I don't have another device, which is the strange part. Uh, yeah, that's really weird. Hey, Chase is here. Saying, I mean, I use Reason for my DAW and can never get the audio captured into OBS to begin with, so distorted audio or not, y'all are blessed. Yeah, like I said, we're going to switch over to this other computer sitting on this other desk that I've had now for like a couple of months sitting over here. And hopefully the issue just doesn't rear its head anymore. But it's really weird that it seems, excuse me, that it seems to have a time component to it, that there's something that occurs and then a set amount of time later it is gone. It's weird. I will run some updates on OBS and see, because I'm not sure. Let me see here. I am currently running 28.02. .02. Oh yeah. Yeah, so I'm behind by a few updates, it looks like. So I'll run an update on OBS. That's, that's probably what it is. I'm surprised I didn't do that. It was version 32, then they patched something, and I just saw audio issues fixed. Okay. It was 32. Okay, cool. Well, I will update it, because that's probably what it is. Kind of kicking myself for not even updating OBS in my pursuit of all of this. All right. Well, you guys tell me if that distortion comes back. I'm sorry that it's occurring. I want this piano to not have those knocks, and I would like to keep it. Okay, less noticeable if we take it down 5 dB, but still, it's kind of bothersome to me. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bounce this, and if I listen back to it later and it's still bothering me, then we're going to swap it. And if it's not, then we'll roll with it. But I have a feeling it's going to bother me. This one is called Time to Do Something. All right, well, that's a couple of tracks down. It's artistic distortion, copyright protection distortion. It's a new distortion watermark. Corolla saying, I was talking with someone yesterday about old DAWs we have tried. I remembered this old Arturia Storm DAW I used in 2004 or something. Reminded me of Reason a lot. Yeah, there have definitely been a lot of cool DAWs over the years, right? Yeah, I feel like we made Audio Design Desk at the wrong time. If we had made it just like 2 years earlier, I think it would have been just a global sensation. But I think we made it a little bit too close to the dawning of AI. Is cakewalk still a thing? That's a good question. I'm not sure. I want to say I think it is. Yeah. Still there. Still there. Cakewalk is still a thing. It's just being called sonar nowadays. Well, I guess it's two. There's Cakewalk Next, which streamlines the music creation process without compromising features or performance, delivering a next-generation DAW that's approachable for creators of all levels. And there's Sonar, which is the evolution of Cakewalk by BandLab. Cakewalk Sonar brings new features and fully redesigned UI with high DPI support and professional tools for mixing, recording, and editing. Looks like it's Windows and only for Sonar, and Mac and Windows for Next. But yeah, it is still a thing. It is still around. Wow. You know, it's like AOL Online just is now ending their dial-up service, and like seeing Cakewalk on the screen in front of my eyes right now, like you asking me to be like, I don't know. And then it is. I'm just like, like a lot has happened in the last 25 years, and also like not a lot has happened in the last 25 years. Because Cakewalk is still a thing, apparently. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah, right? And then we've got just jaw-dropping, stunning new innovations happening, and yet Cakewalk. I wonder how many new users they onboard, like a month. Wow, I'm kind of blown away by this right now. Wow. Okay. Well, you know, it is what it is. Yeah. Wild, right? I think I just bounced that. I did, right? I bounced that file. If I did, then let's play something for a little while, just to play. Which one was that? I had, oh, it's this one. So I'm going to add a little dot to it so I can keep track. Okay, and I want to make sure that I have added it here. Okay, I have proof of it. You guys want to play with some weird stuff for a while? We haven't done that on a Monday in a little bit. We'll just change this to weird. We'll make something weird. Okay, so how about Reactor? Vital is a Serum competitor? Is that what you're saying? Yeah. Corolla's saying these days you can make everything, not spending any money at all. Need Serum, get Vital, and so on. Millions of free DAWs, VSTs. It's crazy. Vital is a competitor to Serum to a point now. To Serum 1, most definitely. To Serum 2, it has some catching up to do because Serum 2 just introduced a whole bunch of new features. But yeah. I kind of want to start getting into some of the newer Blink Sonic stuff, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to, maybe we'll do Frets or Collide, or let's do Collide. Let's do Collide. This is a fun one. I'm not sure what we're gonna do here. But we'll get up to something. Yeah, absolutely. Like if you do not need any of the new granular stuff or multi-sample stuff that Serum has introduced, Vital is more than enough. Yeah, absolutely. And honestly, it's going to take a little while for Steve to get the kinks ironed out of Serum 2, I think, because it's still a pretty big CPU situation for a lot of people. That's a game breaker for most folks. Diva is a killer, yeah. Yeah, it's hard not to love anything that Urs makes. Like Yuhi is so good. It's so good. It's ridiculous how good it is, really. That's kind of nice. 80 Cop, welcome in. Happy Monday to you. Ooh, now this. Ooh, do I know an equivalent for tone 2 Firebird? No, I'm not sure that I do off the top of my head. This is dope. We're gonna do a thing. We're gonna do a thing. We're gonna take this is our current track here. And we're gonna just give ourselves, I don't know, we're gonna give ourselves a couple of minutes of this. Let's say we want I think I want more than 3.5 minutes of this though. Maybe we'll go for here. Okay, so we're just going to straight up, oh wait, hold on a second before I do that. We're going to save this so we have a place to actually find all this information that we're about to bounce, and we'll just put this into a stream, and this is 9:29. And we are playing with Collide right now. Okay, so we're going to just print this. And then we're going to shut this down, and we are going to run this through some interesting stuff. That's what we're going to do. Because sometimes it's fun to just go bonkers. Velvet Coach Cheese says, I am here for the interesting. Also, hiya. Hiya. If you just arrived, I was just mixing down some stuff that you may have heard over on Paul's stream. And now we're going to play for a little bit. We're going to do some stuff. Hey, have any of you tried out the new official collaborate feature on Twitch? I'm pretty sure it's one of the, like, this is typical Twitch. They make it where you have to launch your live stream from the Twitch dashboard to do this. But has anyone tried it? I'm curious as to the type of experience you've had with it. More than anything, just the quality of the connectivity and the reason for doing it. Like, are there actual benefits? Okay, this sounds great. This sounds great. This sounds like a really nice output. I bet we can make this weirder. Let's bring in a couple of other things. Oh, you know what we could do? We could pull in frets. We could just go nuts with the Blink Sonic for a minute. I'm going to find a spot that I like in this, and then we're going to play with it. Oh, Rob, sorry, I didn't see your comment from earlier. You're asking, you get a webcam link from your collab partner and put it into the OBS source. Do you mean this? No, there's actually a Twitch official, like collaborate with me. You like knock on their door, like on their live stream door, knock virtually, and let them know that you want to collaborate, and then you join their stream. And I'm not exactly sure what it looks like. But I'm pretty sure that this is similar to what OBS or that Twitch has tried to do in the past, which you have to use their dashboard tools to run your stream through, which is pretty darn limiting. But yeah, I'm just kind of wondering if anyone has actually tried it out there. This is bordering on weird, right? Is this weird? This feels weird. This thing. Let's find just a little different thing. That's weird. Velvet Goat Cheese saying, when you actively listen to the cold meat industry label for years, weird loses all meaning. Syncraft, welcome in. Happy Monday. Thank you so much for the raid. How was your stream? What'd you guys get up to over there? We were just getting a little weird at the end of our stream. We did not get up to very much today. I did some mixing. We mixed down a couple of tracks. Cinematic in nature, and now we're just playing with weird kind of modular-minded stuff for a little while, just because. Empyrean, welcome back. How you doing, homie? This started with this, if you want to get an idea of what is happening here. lot of the sounds came from this guy. And we bounce that into this file here. And we got a couple of other little reactor ensembles cooking here. Got a little generative thing from frets happening here, which is also from Blink Sonic. Now I've got a little tool called Metaphysical Function, which is part of the complete library from Native Instruments. This is a fork of that. There are many. This one you can find in the Reactor user library. It's called MF Aralis 4.2.3 plus Racktoys 2.2, and it's a fun way to manipulate some samples, get some noise into your projects. Oh! Syncraft, welcome in. I mean, thank you so much for the raid. I'm on autopilot over here. Welcome in. Have a good one, homie. Good luck getting the kid down. Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate you guys. Ooh, Velvet Gochi is asking, has anyone attempted physical modeling with modeled organs as resonators? No. No, I haven't. But I do love me some physical modeling. I do. It's one of my favorites. That's a fun one right there. Although I kind of want to turn that off and turn on Portal instead, so I'm going to do that. Find some interesting stuff in here, I'm sure. Kind of bites into the sound a bit. Thank you, Velvet. I think it's actually probably worth bouncing these stems that we've got cooking here and actually making something out of this. You can almost hear some vocal stuff in there, right? Let's do that. Let's do that. Okay, so we're going to come down here and we're going to add just a little something. Go in here. Okay, so I have... this guy, I think. It's the one, I think. Okay, I'm just going to add just a very, very subtle little thing down here. It probably doesn't sound very subtle right now, but we're going to try and make it kind of subtle. We're just going to try and keep this on the ambience tip here. That's very digital. Corollas, I love that you went the extra mile and you actually went out and you loaded up the DAW just to see what would happen. That's fantastic. High five. Kudos to you. Corolla saying, I just tried Arturia Storm 3. I really don't know how I made music on that. It's so bad. Oh, man. Yeah, we've come a long way, right? Yeah, it's so true. Yeah, I don't know what this ambience is. We're in some... I'm not sure. I feel like this is maybe some sort of space station coffee shop or something. What do you think? Okay, I'm not going to open up the plugins that have caused issues, but I am going to do a couple of small things really quick. I'm going to add a maximizer to make it a little bit more immersive for y'all. I need to get another bass element in here. I have both. I love them both, and they both serve me incredibly well. This pair here, the 770s, the closed back, are they're both great for their own reasons, but they both have an incredibly high standard. This pair of headphones has been around my ears for at least a dozen years. And it's still a great pair of headphones. There's a little wonkiness, as you can see, like they've gotten a little loose over the years. But the sound is fantastic. Now, these guys I've recently replaced. They're also fantastic. Personally, I find them to be pretty accurate and honest. But also they're great for comfort and fatigue. But yeah, I think that your ears adapt to pretty much anything that you're going to put on them. But I feel like these do a pretty good job of not embellishing in ways that you're not aware of, you know? Yeah. Corolla's saying, I just got the 880 Pro. Sounded pretty good. Only bad was that the left driver was damaged, so I had to send it back. Now I need to wait for God knows how long to get a new pair. Oh, no. Rob's saying, the plastic on mine is done. It's broken. And before I buy all the spare parts, I can grab the whole new ones. Yeah. So this thing is thrown just a little bit out of correlation, but we can fix it, I think, if we throw a much stronger thing at it, right? Like, let's just force this thing into submission. If we get some really tasty rumbles in here, huh? I've made enough of these that we should be able to just grab any of these here. It's pretty aggressive. Whoa. Ooh, you know what it is? You know what I'm hearing in my mind's ear is I'm hearing more like a spaceship ambience, like the really low, deep hum, which of course I've got. Yeah, might not be tuned right, but let's just see. Wow, that really adds to the effect of the glitchy digital vocal thingy. Must push on just the right frequencies. Yeah, that's wild. All right, let's just see what that did to our EQ curve here. Chase is saying, man, this reminds me of something out of the very first Tron film. Yeah, nice. Velvet Goat Cheese says, I'm finding that air conditioners in office buildings can sometimes provide interesting drones. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. 100%. I think it's safe to say that one of the favorite days of the year in the sound design curriculum when I'm teaching in the classroom is when I challenge people to ask me to use any sound as the sound source, but then to create another sound experience from it. And I will probably remember this forever, but there was a class, I can't remember what year it was. It was down at Pure Mind in the Bay, and it must have been 2018 maybe. Anyway, they had me use some sort of Oh, I can't even remember what it was. It was obnoxious. It was stupid. It was like whale song during sex, or like walrus during sex, or something really weird and off the wall. And you know what they had me make with it? A freaking server room with the gentle little hums and stuff. So cruel. So mean. Oh, man. Yeah, that's classic. Okay, so I feel like maybe that rumble will work. We just need to massage the crossover point here is all. Ah, there's no click, so maybe that's it. I think we'll make a little ambience out of this thing. Where is this? This feels like outer space. Chase saying, so that's what they mean by making the magic happen. Right? Well, it's all part of this theory, you know, that everything can be reduced down to the fundamental. Everything can be reduced down to simple sine waves. So the inverse must then be true, right? That everything can then be made from simple sine waves. And if that is true, if both of those statements are true, then I should be able to take any piece of audio and make any other piece of audio out of it, because it's really just a matter of harnessing a little bit of energy from a signal and then doing something with it. And once you start playing around with it to that extreme, you realize that it's all basically the same stuff. It really largely is. Zendremic! Welcome in. Happy Monday to you, homie. Server room on a spaceship. Is that really where this is, or have we just influenced our own thought processes enough? Quirk, how you doing, homie? Yes, yeah, like Chase is saying, like how a turkey can become a dinosaur for Jurassic Park. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Or how a camel can become a tornado for the movie Twister, you know? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just kind of thinking back in my head over all the different creature sounds and stuff I've made over the years and the funny things that have led to those. And I have people send me stuff all the time. Like someone just sent me over the weekend the sound of a singing bowl being, it was blended with a purr. Someone posted it to Instagram or TikTok or something, that they find the sound of a purr soothing in a similar way to a singing bowl, a big singing bowl, by the way. And then they blended these two sounds together, and then someone sends me that. They're like, do something with this. So now I'll have to make a spaceship ambience out of that too. Which will lead to the Super Monkey Collider. Which is how it all ends, right? Everyone is expecting some sort of like random asteroid to do us all in, or World War III or something. It's actually just going to be some weird extreme oscillator experiment we've got going on a live stream that goes incredibly wrong. And oops, sorry guys. Swallows the universe. The Super Monkey Collider. It's going to be a country line dance, which opens a hell mouth. Oh, man. Does the Super Monkey Collider cause the Great Ape Escape? I'll get my net ready. That's fantastic. This has got some real throaty to it. It's coming out of this guy. So I'm going to do something about that. I'm going to add some distortion to this guy. Question is do I add something just really nasty at a very, very low rate? Like, do I take something just utterly disgusting, just bring it in at like 1%? That's too dirty, I think. No, you know what that makes me want is just some basic bit crusher, actually. Put this at 10 bit, so it's a bit more like a kind of a tape position here. It's always worth taking the time to tune your downsampling. Always. Okay, so Paul is, or who's saying this? Rob is saying, I feel more on a horse carousel in the misty night than in space, to be honest. Ooh, at least without the bit crusher. Yeah, it does leave it a little more open to interpretation without that bit crusher, huh? Blow it up. Yeah, paranoia rises. It's so true. Bit Crush is great for anxiety and paranoia, isn't it? I mean, I kind of like it all wonky and bit crushed, and at the same time, I don't know. I think I prefer it, actually. Yo, leavemusic.com. Welcome in. Corolla says, it's scared. Right, I'm scared. It's dark in my room. I live alone. And I want to go to the toilet. And this music is not helping. Just ask one of the clowns for help. We do need like a broken music box just to make things worse, don't we? I'm not sure what we've just made. Abandoned space carousel, maybe? Oh my god, look at the chat. Killing me, Rob. It's great. That's good. That's some good stuff. Yes. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's listen to the whole thing now. Now that we're done putting the bit crush together, let's get the other sounds back in. Now the real fun. Let's see if somehow there's a beat. This is sitting at 70 BPM right now. Think there's a beat? Ah, that's the one. I want a big growl right there on that kick. So yeah, I think this thing could probably have a beat. It's just a matter of probably bouncing two versions, one with a beat and one without a beat. There does seem to be quite a bit of like high energy excitement on the sides of this thing, huh? Okay, I'm just going to play with frets for just a moment here. We're going to keep it over here on the right like this, but we're also going to send a little bit out to sides in general. Hey, True, welcome in. Well, that really quieted things down, didn't it? Okay, so that's fine that it made things quiet. It's just that I now need to make them loud again. So we're going to do that really quick. That's better. Ooh, that's wild. That's kind of like slightly unsettling almost. There we go. True, I would, except for it's going to give us a copyright strike if we do that. But if you want to post a link in the Discord or something, I'm sure we could probably help you. We're just not supposed to be playing the copyrighted stuff in the videos is all. Yeah, that feels pretty good right there. And a little bit of headroom even. I'm just going to continue to push this until I hear that bass swell like hit a sweet spot. good. I want a very, very specific effect. Now I can achieve it pretty easily if I go into Soothe of all things. This is just a really quick way to make this happen. I can also attend to just a little bit of the resonance that I'm hearing, but what I'd like to do is offset my right and left balance by way of harmonic isolation here. Let's see what we got. Actually, instead of putting that through an EQ, I'm going to put the beat through an auto filter. I feel like it's pretty good with that little beat in there, I think. I wonder if I still like it without. Yeah, I think we've got a winner. I think we're going to bounce this with and without a beat. And this thing is sitting here at 7.5 minutes long with no real intro or outro. So we'll just call this some sort of ambience, I think. Like, well, not ambience, but an ambient bed of some kind. It sounds like space noir to me. I don't know about you guys, but it sounds to me like maybe there's some sort of like, I don't know, interstellar detective's office or something, and he's sitting there talking about something complainy. When some dame walks through the door. Yeah, okay. And we've got a little bit of headroom, so if we turn this up, it's going to start sounding. Like this. Save this guy so I don't lose track of it. All right, kitty cats. I'm going to come over here and kick the old Twitch box and see who's streaming right now. Oh, hey, really quick. Before we tip out, there's a quick little update for you. If you are currently subscribed to the Twitch stream, which you may not even realize has happened because some gift subs were given out at the end of last week. But if you are currently subscribed to the Twitch channel, head on over to the Discord and grab your free sound pack for the month. It is a sound pack called Modular Clouds. We have not given away Modular Clouds for years, for probably 5 years or something. So it's absolutely worth the minute of your time to go do that if you are currently subbed. That's it. That's my announcement. I just remembered that and I thought I'd share. All right, let's see who's around to raid. Let's go say hello to Less Than Perfect. They're doing a 72-hour stream. Let's go show them some support. Until then, know that you guys are appreciated, and I will see you in 2 days' time on Wednesday, aka Hump Day. And we'll get up to something good, and I'm sure it'll probably be experimental and awesome and immersive, but we'll get into it. And until then, stay awesome, stay inspired, and I'll see you on the flip. Let's go see what Less Than Perfect is up to. Peace out, y'all. Happy Monday.